I mean, I'm just showing you an average DM. I don't have one recently. Like, even
It doesn't have to be recent.
Even within the last like.
Michael, you're scrolling a lot.
Wait.
I got nothing. This is actually there's nothing.
Michael, do you have too much? Is that why you're struggling to
Fuck
pick one?
you.
Dude,
all of these are memes.
Micah's fucking
No, they're all
popping.
memes.
Oh my god, he's responding to an Instagram DM right now. Wait, what's her initial message? Read it out for the class.
Be safe, Fed. Heart emoji.
That's sweet.
Oh, Fed. Hope you're having lots of fun. But this was like another one.
All right, and then do you click on her profile to see what's up?
Oh, actually, she's been in my sub VC like all the time. I just have never seen her before. And I'm not gonna lie, nice.
What the?
She's gonna watch this and be like, "I'm in."
Hell.
That's what she's gonna think.
All right, I got one about a week ago. Hey, I'd like to invite you to our party near LA if you want to come through.
Oh, I've actually never had that before.
You should come through, dude.
I'm not coming
Narrator narrates all.
You want
They're
to
gonna
go to like
fucking rob
a random party?
I wouldn't go to a normie party
out of the blue.
out of the blue
Narrator
where everyone
narrates
there
chat.
is aware of who I am and knows I'm coming.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I got into a house party. And I didn't mean to once.
Sorry. What?
Yeah, accidentally.
Wait, you
stumbled on.
Wait, I told you about this, right, Fed?
Wait, how did you accidentally?
Okay.
Narrator
So like we were at
narrate
a
system.
TwitchCon or one of the PAX
Narrator
one of the events,
off.
and someone was just like, "Yo, Scar, you want to come with my group to go to this party?" And they're like, I wouldn't say they're close friends. They're like friends, but I was like, I'm not gonna see them for like another year. So I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe I'll come through. And then so I decided to go, and they told me it was like a small like apartment party, you know. And I was like, cool. I get there, it's a fucking full blown like house party.
Oh, you told me
like
about this.
frat party, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm going in and like some of the people like recognize me and I'm like, holy fuck, this is so awkward. I'm like hanging on the couch and I see the person I'm supposed to be with there with some girl and I'm like, this is the most awkward party I've been to in a while. And then
Wait, why was it awkward again?
and then fucking people came in with IRL streams and started streaming it. And I was like,
I remember you telling
I was
me
like,
about this.
get me the fuck out. I left like instantly. It was so awkward. And they apologized to me afterwards. I was sorry, I didn't know it was that kind of party. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, it'd be weird to go to parties with like fans there. Who, like,
Yeah.
recognize
Yeah.
That would be strange.
I'm just there to like chill, you know? And then
So, Michael, did you find a DM to share with us?
I actually got nothing.
If you would like to look through my DMs.
Oh, do you have too? I feel like you have too much.
Dude, it's okay.
Look,
Not a big
Michael
deal.
Reeves?
Are you
Feel
doing?
free
Are
to
you
look
doing?
through
Is
my
that
direct
Instagram
messages.
DMs?
Yeah. I don't have my Twitter DMs open.
Okay. Some heart
It's
emojis.
mostly
here and there.
memes. 90%, I would say. are memes.
Everyone just
Wow, you
talks.
get so much DMs per hour.
I would say mostly memes.
This is the power of memes, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of memes.
Your way into Michael's heart is through memes.
It is not.
Yeah, my favorite YouTuber.
That's like a lot, but it's stream.
Is there a reason the light on the camera is blinking instead of solid red?
Welcome back, everyone. Your sight has been restored.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We apologize because we didn't realize that we didn't have memory on the card, so you're gonna miss out on a lot of video footage.
It happens.
It happens.
It's funny because the stuff on the card was actually there was stuff from our first podcast ever.
Really?
Yeah, I just deleted. it
You
all.
deleted our first podcast, all those memories.
Oh, we have an archive.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
don't worry. Everything is stored.
So what were we talking about?
Well, let's talk about the positives about the women in the
Oh,
house as guys.
I was
Oh,
gonna say what we hate about women. We can do that after that.
Super.
Okay,
so
cool.
the positives.
because the girls are coming on, next week
Yeah,
to do their female podcast, and you know they're gonna talk about the boys here. So let's talk
What do
about
you think they're gonna talk about? I
um,
think Lily's gonna say, "I hate men."
Yes.
And then Pokey's gonna be like, "Big true, RT." And then Yvonne's gonna be like,
it's like they're here.
I know.
Yeah, we can just charade it out for him.
And then who's the
Save us
guest?
some time.
Who's the guest? Do you know? Leslie? Oh, and Leslie would be like, "Oh, I love my man. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
love
she'd
my,
be like-
I love
Oh
Edison."
my god.
We don't even have to bring them on next week anymore.
Yeah. We just know what they're gonna say.
Okay,
So-
so good things or bad things? Where are we
No.
starting
Good
with?
things.
What's it like living with girls?
Wow.
Good thing.
They're all very friendly. I mean, everyone in the house is friendly.
Friendly.
So-
Girls are friendly.
Yeah.
Do you prefer living with girls?
I think I do, only because like I can go to like I think they have different perspectives on things sometimes, and it's kind of nice to hear like a female perspective, especially when it comes to like girl problems or fuck, I don't know, anything. It's always nice to hear
Both sides.
what the girl has to say
I agree.
about something. There's that, and then I think I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice to have a range of people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I think otherwise things turn into like an echo chamber. So yeah, it's nice living with girls and guys.
I'll be sorry. I prefer to live with guys or girls.
When I first thought about this question a long time ago, I used to always think I much prefer living with guys.
Mm-hmm.
The answer has not changed that much. I think I don't know. I think I just personally prefer living with guys, but I think living with the people in the house has definitely opened my eyes toward a lot of things. But it's just like a personal preference, right? Like I don't hate the people I live with or any of that, but I just think I get along with people more if I'm living. Honestly, wait. Before it comes down to guys or girls, it comes down to like if I like them or not. Because I've had like college roommates where like literally I wanted to
I
die.
agree. Same. Yeah,
Like no, my first college roommate that I potluck, because I heard all the stories, right? Oh, just potluck a roommate, you're gonna meet new people. It's college, you should have a good time. I'm like, yeah, potluck the roommate. He was a transfer student from Africa, and what he would do every day would be stay up till like 7 a.m. watching Friends. And so like I was just like,
So you can hear
yes,
Friends going on.
It
in
was
the
just like
background?
it was just like really bad. And then we weren't good friends, so it was bad. So it ended up not being great, but like obviously prefer Friends. And then like I think I still prefer at least majority guys to girls, but I don't care nearly as much as if I like them or not.
Fair.
I see. I lived with 8 dudes for about 4 years, and that was cool. But part of life is like progression.
Exactly.
And like I like the diversity. I feel like girls like almost subconsciously make me want to like be like look and feel better. If that like I'm much more like like I want to like I don't want to like have a crazy BO because like girls like get super freaked out about that, and like if this is the boys, like I don't give a shit. Like yeah, I smell like shit. I don't care.
I feel like if I could have it my way, I would live with nothing but girls.
Elaborate, please.
Really?
No, like-
Explain.
Like in the same room?
Hypothetically, if I wasn't living with off on TV,
Yeah.
I was just in a situation where I can set how many guys and how many girls I live with in a house.
Put the girl slider all the way up.
Girl slider all the way up and the guy slider all the way at the bottom.
What is the reasoning behind
Yeah, what if none of them liked you?
No, it's not like I'm gonna bang one of them kind of deal.
Not harem.
Not a harem, but
You just get along better with girls, maybe?
I think it's easier to have my emotional like needs satisfied talking to girls than talking to guys.
I will agree.
I could agree as well. Yeah.
And that's what I look for when I talk to people. It's to satisfy my emotional needs.
Really?
Because I have a lot of emotional needs.
So you like it when the girls are like, "No, Toast, your feelings are valid." Oh my god.
Are you Lily? That's so fucking similar.
Something like that.
Yeah. And guys are just like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, that sucks,
I feel you,
man.
man. Like, unlucky.
It's hard
dude.
out there, bro.
Yeah. I guess I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, guys aren't as feelings oriented. A lot of, at least not in conversation. So,
Yeah, I'm always looking to like how to solve problems, and so like living with the girls in the house, like I've had to learn to be more
Just listen.
considerate of feelings than before. Because it's like most of the times they come with me to problems, they don't care about the solution. They're just like they just want to rant, and I respect that. But I didn't know that before, so I'm like trying to have them solve it, and they didn't like that. Because that's
you
not what
learned.
they're there for. That's not like what I'm supposed to be doing. So I think I learned a lot about like I guess emotional needs while living with people in offline. I didn't know you were such an emotional person.
I just keep it inside me.
He
Oh
bubbles
my
it up.
god!
That's why I need to live with as much girls as I can, so I
All
can
right.
like.
It's a harem. That's what he's looking for.
Do we want to do questions?
Yes.
All right, let's do questions. We have taken your questions
Wait,
from our.
wait, what about what we hate about girls?
What we hate about girls?
Just real quick. We don't want this to last too long.
Nothing really.
Girls fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm venting now. Girls talk way too goddamn much. You tell them one thing and then they tell their whole flock. All right. If you have some shit to say to girls, don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends though.
You should go in with the expectation, like, if you tell a girl something, they're gonna tell their closest friend, and they're gonna tell their closest. Not all girls, but like girl. I mean, I like to gossip myself. I love a hot piping tea. But you know, if you don't want people knowing, you probably shouldn't tell anyone at that point. But yeah, things spread, especially since in our circle, like the esports circle, like it spreads real fast.
It's like cancer, dude. It's like a virus.
Are you talking about gossip or
Fed
girls?
has experience with this.
Yeah.
What about you, Michael? Negatives?
Really don't hate much about girls. It is,
What do you hate about women?
Yeah, it's no female specific. I just like if I don't like you, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, all the girls we lived with don't really have like negative girl traits, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, there's no cat fights, there's no like hair everywhere because they keep their, stuff in their room, right?
Yeah,
So,
no problem.
we love women here. All right, Scar, do you have something to say?
No, I love
No?
women too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Only positive, no negatives, except for what Fed said, because he has.
I mean, I
some.
think we all agree.
Yeah, he hates
I mean,
women.
That's more of a you thing, I feel like. Questions that
They're all gonna be married before me.
we asked from the R Offline TV subreddit. Are we gonna ask questions every week? I think so. Okay, so if you want to ask questions for us to answer, go to r/offline TV and ask it there.
We will be doing this every week.
All right, questions for the boys.
sure.
All right, Fed, you want to read one out?
Sure. To Michael, Scara, Fed, and the other single men of offline TV. That's
makes
everyone
sense.
here.
That's literally.
Okay.
Any advice on how to keep my spirits up and stay positive when I see my friends get into relationships while I remain single?
Jack off a lot.
Yes, that helps.
That helps.
Having a lot of girlfriends too helps a lot.
Female
Girls
friends.
are
Yeah,
friends,
female
yeah.
friends. Yeah. Also, like being alone does not help. Like that's a lot of time to yourself to think about being alone. You want to like prevent that.
Distract.
Distractions are amazing.
I don't have,
Work
I
is
don't
a
have
good
problems with that, but that is a great one. Work.
Work is a good distraction.
I tend to
Yes.
focus a lot. I tend to focus a lot on my work, and
Yeah,
so that
same.
makes relationships a
The
lot
saddest
easier.
points of my life are when I've learned like the most. Like I've
Ah.
learned entire like after I broke up with my 4-year girlfriend, I learned an entire new programming language
Oh,
because I needed something to distract myself.
Breakups are good. Break up more.
But the problem is he's not in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
You gotta make yourself desirable.
Yes.
To women, like
Focus on yourself.
exactly. Like you have to bring value. Like relationships are about value. You're worth something to the other person, right? If you're not like tall, if you're not like strong, if you're not smart, if you're not funny, if you don't have like money, and then you're not bringing any value. And like a lot of guys are like, well, but I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. I'll treat you
That's
right.
one aspect of
Yeah,
value.
anyone
Yeah.
can treat someone nice. Being nice is the easiest fucking thing in the world to do. And there's so much nice guys out there, right? Bring something else to the table. So like
I
I
think
could agree.
I think that Isn't that what you tell people how they become a streamer?
I say
Something new to this.
Yeah, that's what you tell people.
no, I say being consistent. Like when a bad streamer is like, but I'm consistent. I'm like, yeah, consistently shit. All right, you gotta like be entertaining in some way, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with relationships. Like, get stronger, get smarter,
Bring
get a
value.
hobby,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start going to the gym. Something that works on yourself. All right. From Ginol B. That sounds like a medication. Yeah. I recently met a girl online and we've been talking a lot. We're planning to meet up for drinks eventually, but I'm super bad at maintaining conversations in person. Any tips for keeping conversation flow natural and avoiding the dreaded awkward silence?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I
mean-
relate to that quite a bit.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I am very bad at talking in general to people. So one-on-one conversations they're nice, they're all right, but I find like, sometimes the awkward silence will happen, and that's okay. It's more about just trying to stay comfortable when it does happen. Like, be fine, just like keep asking questions, that kind of stuff.
I think every girl just like they want to talk about themselves, so give them an opportunity to talk about themselves. Ask them about what they do, where they're from, like how they grew up, like how was their life growing up, like shit like that. Like there's so much you can talk about actually when you think about it. It's just like making those mental notes. Like, okay, have I talked about this,
And build off of that.
Yeah.
My plan is just talk to people. Like, if you're having problems with conversation, like, talk to people and make it so that it's harder for you to reach those awkward silences. It doesn't even have to be someone you like. You talk to your friends and just, kind of focus on what you guys are talking about and key into like how the conversation kind of goes.
Like practice just talking in general.
It's just like if you talk to like a stranger or something, like that could help a lot. I just feel like practice makes perfect, right? You're never gonna be perfect, but you can be better.
Don't go to dinner or a movie on the first date is my general rule. Go to a place where there's like something going on, like board games or like an activity or like
Really?
I don't know, like you go to dinner with someone, you're sitting right across from each other and you're staring at their face, and then the awkward silence starts like, how's your pasta? But if you're playing board games, you get, there's always something going on.
I like dinner. I don't like movies. Movies.
movies
is
you
like-
don't
Movies as a
talk
date
to-
is kind of weird.
Movies.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, if I'm taking a girl to the movies, we're trying to like kiss and like we're going on to like the next step. You know what I mean? Like she wants.
How do you make a move at the movies?
Bro, anytime you go to the movies with a girl and they're like, and they want to sit on the back, that's just like, okay, she's trying to like.
How do you initiate, Fed?
Oh, wait, how do I don't?
What's your
have you guys ever had one of those?
Wait, okay. I will say all the times I want to be with a girl that's interested in me, I've never initiated. She's like done it. Yeah.
Yeah, can you,
What did she do exactly?
can you show on toes?
You're being
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
No, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm.
Whoa! How did the hand get there?
Oh, so I'm the guy.
Oh yeah, wait, dude. When did the
I'm the
hand?
guy.
get-
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
I touched
sitting- you're just
your- I
sitting there
touched
right
your
now.
fucking cut. God damn it! I have hepatitis B now.
Okay.
Right.
Usually the girl starts like messing with like my hair, because like I have a lot of hair. Like, wait, what? Okay,
During like
I've
Avatar,
never
the
had
last
a girl
Airbender.
just start messing with my hair.
No,
Like, get the fuck away.
my facial hair.
I'm Asian.
Guys, okay, you guys don't
What if
fucking
he's
have
Asian?
facial hair. Fuck you, and fuck you. All right, it's cute, man. Okay.
During James Cameron's
No.
Avatar.
Look, Michael,
Yeah.
fuck you. I don't want to do it. Fuck you. Listen to me. Look. I should just be like doing this, like.
Oh
This is so
my
fucking-
god!
like,
Why would she start? Okay, maybe we're just not talking to the same girls.
I've done the
Me and
class.
Fed play different games.
Yeah.
Yeah. He plays the beard Pokemon.
Yeah,
Okay, that's just the first thing I thought of. I don't know.
Caressing your facial hair.
Yes.
I've done the whole like, hey, you got something in your hair.
Are you?
Oh, you've done that.
Yeah, and then you brush it out and you leave your arm there. That's like the classic for me.
Oh, you're talking about like how to initiate like this.
Any kind of.
How do you just like? Do you just go straight for it? Do you
Oh
have a
yeah,
setup?
you can't think about it. 'Cause if you think about it, you won't do it. You know what I mean? Like you just have to fucking do it. Or you just go like grab the.
You grab the
Ah,
leg. That's a little
That's
aggressive.
a little much.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is
That's
That's a
fine.
lot.
Come on,
That's
that's
a
a
lot.
thing.
No, the leg is a little much.
Bet,
Like,
it scares me that
Yeah,
it's
like,
the
I got
same to
really-
you. That's a
No.
slippery slope.
leg is different. Like, I felt really turned on when you grabbed my leg just now, but the arm thing, no.
Okay, but it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm just like, just like.
Yeah, see how different that is?
This is not
Fed,
comfortable.
we need to talk. This is different. Okay, like this, right? You got the arm.
Yeah.
This is different. That felt different.
It is a
didn't
little different.
Yeah.
So
We're playing different games.
We are entirely different.
Okay, let's go to the next topic.
All right.
Expredy B. I'm bad at adapting to changes. I get overwhelmed easily when new things change. Example, moving to a new place, taking new classes, even things like getting a new computer. I feel like I'm missing something when I'm trying to get used to the new environment. Feels like anxiety, and I have to write everything down to make myself feel better. Any of you guys have the same situation? Nah, I'm pretty good about it.
No. I mean, I know a lot of people are like they're very structured, and anything unexpected, they just start freaking out because they didn't plan for it. But
I mellowed out a lot because like when I was younger, I cared about so much shit, and then like I always tell the story. I lived with Cutie for a long time, right? He taught me the value of like not giving a shit, like actually. So for Cutie, like he only cares about very specific things. So like right now, I think he cares about like his stream, money, his friends, Leisha, and his cat. And before it used to be even less than that. And like I mean like he really only cared about those things. So like he doesn't care what he wears, doesn't care about anything else. And it really made me focus in on like what do I care about? And like once I figured out what I cared about, like all this stuff I can't control, I don't bother with. But like that's not great advice for you. You guys got anything for this person? Sorry, not a good question for me.
Just don't be a pussy, man. Just fucking.
Oh my god!
Listen, just do it, dude. Like you gotta put in the work. All right, if you don't put in the work, then like you won't see success. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the only way you get more comfortable with something is doing it over and over again. Like, so if you're getting anxious about something, like put yourself in
Don't
that
be
position.
lazy.
In the situation a lot.
yeah, think about the grand scheme of things. Is it really worth worrying over like this little change in your plan, right?
Were you guys all like good speakers when you were growing up?
No.
Yes. Yeah, I had to speak in front of school.
How'd you guys fix it?
I fucking kept doing
Oh,
it.
I
don't
did.
know if I have. Still pretty bad.
I did magic tricks.
What?
Because like magic trick, you just do it right, and that's the impressive part. And then, but you have to like say some stuff like pick a card. That's how I got started.
Really?
That's interesting.
I joined debate for like 4 years because I wanted to get better at speaking, and I was terrible. I would stutter every word.
Well, you fixed it.
Every word. Terrified of public speaking. So I had to do that to get
Yeah, you just have to just keep doing it and doing
Yeah.
it and doing it until you're more comfortable.
Public speaking is also very different from like conversational speaking.
True.
Like I'm actually so much better at public speaking than I am
Really?
at having conversations. Yes, yeah. Like when I get in front of a crowd, like they're all just expecting me to say shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to remember anything you're saying because I have a pretty bad short-term memory. I'm just like I'm spitting shit out and like you're listening to it. Like that's fine for me. But when it's like with a person, it's like a two-way kind of thing, which is more complicated.
So like when someone's talking to you, like you kind of have to change what you're saying and what you're gonna say and respond.
It's
Whereas
give
like
and take.
in a crowd, it's like you structure it all. You
It's
know
just
what
me.
you're gonna say.
Yeah. It's much
I
easier.
feel ya.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Hope it
That
helped.
is that's a wrap for us. I
Hell
feel
yeah.
like we learned a lot about each other.
Maybe too much.
Yes. Remember to like, comment, and
That's it,
subscribe.
yes.
Check us out on Spotify, Apple Play, Music Play from Apple, iTunes and Spotify, Apple Podcast.
If you are attracted to any of us, please message Fed directly about
This is how
it.
Scar
will be
gets
the
to
middle
grow.
I'm just kidding. Yep. No, I'm not. Message Fed about it.
No, we should do it and then compare it to the girls. And the girls go, hey, hit us up and see the difference in
On the next
number.
podcast.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Start being a guy.
I didn't
Thank you
say
for
that.
joining us. Goodbye.
Peace, guys.
Oh my gosh, welcome.
Hello and welcome back to the Misfits podcast.
That's the one right there.
Rated 5 stars on iTunes by Jesus Mescaline. He says beep boop boop beep bop boop boopity beep.
Hello, welcome. And then, but you have to like say some stuff like
boppity boo beep bop.
I love that
Fucking
song. I love that
hell.
song.
Yeah.
What the
How's it
fuck?
going?
Yeah.
That
Oh my
was,
god.
That was Crazy Frog.
Oh.
Ding ding, you know.
Yeah.
Old tune,
Sort of.
classic. I'm joined today by my co-host Swagger Souls.
Wow, wow, wee, wow. Beep, 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 beep.
That was just fucking strange, honestly. That was just fucking. That was a strange one.
Yeah, my brain isn't here. I
Yeah.
left it at home.
Yeah. Also here is Matt.
Yo, what it do?
Why do you have your flashlight on, my friend?
It was a
It's
mistake.
fucking shining in my eyes.
I'm sorry. Didn't realize that was on.
That's what triggered his like.
But
But beep, beep, beep.
Having a
and
seizure.
Jay, aka McCreamy's here.
What's
as
going
well.
on? I just wanted to add like a little thing on the end of that
Yeah, it's
just to
fine.
fit it. So I added like a little thing.
Wow, making noises really do be the best way to just
It
compensate
is,
with
dude.
awkward situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
Yeah, ever at a family barbecue and there's a
Yeah.
bunch of people there that you don't know, like your family,
Yeah, they're just making noises.
and you just stand around the grill and go, "Wheel."
Look
at that.
Yeah, they
That's
usually
good.
like point and like laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Like,
remember that one.
how's the YouTube stuff going? I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm like,
That's all right.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
you're making.
Could you please explain like how
yeah.
much money you make in
Yeah,
detail,
dude.
please?
Oh, dollar per sub? No way. Oh, man, you must have like a couple of dollars.
Yeah,
A couple of dollars there.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's what I want to say in my head. But like,
Wow. Okay.
that's like what comes. I'm not gonna say that to my family.
Why
It's
not?
fucked up.
Imagine.
I
It's
say it all the
fucked
time.
up.
It's great.
It does create quite like it definitely you can really change the vibe of a room very quickly by saying words. You know,
Like, shut the fuck up.
It's so
Like,
weird.
really loud,
It's
yeah.
so weird. I always think about how weird, like,
Fuck. There we go. Just change
Yeah.
the
Like
vibe.
that,
You ruined
see?
it. It's gone.
It's
The
crazy.
whole vibe's just gone.
I always think about how weird it is that you just vibrating your vocal cords and sending sound waves through the air can cause someone to punch you in the face.
yeah, or
That
or
is
write a
odd.
tweet about you. You know,
Mm,
it's
Yeah.
crazy how
Yeah,
these
dude,
things
it
work
is
out.
weird.
Kind of weird.
You
I
know,
have
this is crazy.
Hmm.
You can listen
Frog?
to this podcast
Frog?
24 hours early. on
There's no
Spotify.
way.
Oh,
That's right.
shit.
On
it
Spotify?
says right there
That's right.
on the wall.
On the wall of this new
Right,
set in
of
this
this new
undisclosed
set
location.
that
We're
we're
still
hearing.
here on the Misfits show. But yeah, check out the podcast early on Spotify if you want to. We're the Misfits. We're back again talking about some bullshit like we always do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging this idea of how strange it is that we're talking using vibrations in our vocal cords. Hopefully you got more than one knocking about
Yeah,
in there.
Yeah.
What do vocal cords even look like?
I reckon they're all meaty and stuff.
Yeah, like just like
Yeah.
stringy, like tendony sort of things.
I think so.
Like
I'm not,
w- like just
it's,
right here
It's
in your
the
little-
it's the larynx, isn't it? It's
The
like
larynx. Is that like
it's
that? Is
the-
that Dr. Zeus character?
Like,
the
that's a
it's
lorax.
the
Oh,
lorax.
okay, same
Yeah.
thing. Same thing. I'm pretty sure.
Chops
Yeah,
out
he
trees.
talks to the trees.
Yeah, and we talk to people.
Mm.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could also talk to trees. It's just
Some
they
people
don't, They
do.
don't have much to
Yeah.
say back.
yeah, they're kind of boring.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I just don't care for nature.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like unresponsive. Like, why would you want to talk to a tree if it's not going to respond?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, let's start a conversation about the environment. I'm like, well, maybe the environment should start a conversation with me. You know, like,
Yeah.
you ever think about that?
Got a pretty solid
You
point
know,
there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care about Mother Nature. I've already got a mum, so like,
Mm.
Well,
like
some-
why-
You know,
True, actually.
I'd probably enjoy writing my initials into a tree if it would scream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like mildly sadistic.
That's
Why?
like some
Go off.
circular shit.
But just imagine.
what if it is screaming, but it's the wind?
it's just the tiniest scream. It's
Yeah.
just like a microscopic.
Because we don't know what screams sound like in different languages.
Or it's like a really sarcastic scream, like you just start etching your name into it. Say, "Oh no,
Oh,
don't
stop
do
it.
that!
Do
Oh,
it.
it
You're
gonna
hurts.
kill me.
Oh,
No, that hurts.
no, it's gonna be there forever."
It's like
Secretly
a
loves
tattoo. Yeah, you must be really into it.
Secretly, just gets off on the pain.
Chop me harder.
Yeah.
You know, there are some trees that require a bushfire in order for them to grow.
no,
Really?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
serious?
It's some kind of cedar tree, I think, in the Pacific Northwest of the United States.
Does it grow from
Yeah.
the ashes or what?
Basically, it like grows out of the ground. It
Oh, yeah?
starts as like a bush.
That's crazy.
As they do,
It's
as
like
trees
a-
do.
It's like a bushy stump,
Uh-huh.
and once fire clears the area, it'll use the fucking remnants of all the other plants to sprout.
It's like a little
Interesting.
Frankenstein
Uses like
plum.
fertilizer kind of
They
thing.
must look fucked up then, right?
Not too bad actually.
So like a-
they're
it's like a
pretty, they're
tree
pretty
but
fire
burn victim.
resistant. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I wonder if that's possible with human corpses. Just a thought. Like, say you got a pile of bodies. Not saying I do, but if you have a pile of bodies in your backyard and they're all stinking up the place, do I run a risk of them like a human growing out of that pile of bodies, like using all the soil, like the fermenting bodies, etc., whatever's going on in that pile of dead guys and girls?
And
Not. I don't like discriminate.
Well, you don't want to assume their gender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't have a pile of bodies in my backyard, but like
That's boring.
but if you did,
what if that was how zombies worked, and it just took a bunch of them to make a zombie?
That's
Like-
why they bury them.
Yeah.
oh shit, zombies
yeah.
grow from
Yeah,
trees.
that's why they bury them separately. Because if they were all in a pile, then that's when the zombie happens.
Oh.
Because they kind of like morph together into this big super guy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm also just a literal child, and I'm just literally spewing thoughts out of my imagination. Swagger's staring behind me at an equation.
Equation of
Or
some
is it
sort.
this guy? This little guy on the wall. What are you looking at there, buddy?
I'm really, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, well, maybe we should look into it.
He was looking into your soul, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well,
Mhm.
that's a terrible place.
Well, I didn't
What did
like
you
what I
see?
didn't like what I
Yeah,
saw.
I wouldn't
What
either.
did you
Yeah.
see?
What did you see? Like a couple things.
Fucking a lot of. I was looking for an upload schedule.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
Oh,
definitely not in there.
If I can
It's a
find
bit-
it, my
It's
friend.
definitely not in there. It
No.
never has been.
No.
No. The upload schedule sort of just it comes and goes, doesn't it?
Hmm.
It's not really a schedule. It's sort of just I do what I want sort of thing.
I guess that's a schedule.
Not really. I mean,
No.
a schedule requires structure.
Does it?
Yeah, I hate structure. I live in the bush.
Oh
Mm.
shit, no
like
way.
a louse.
Yeah. What's that?
Like a lice.
Like life.
Like lice?
Yeah.
Isn't Laos a place?
No.
It's a
no,
lousy
that's-
place. Sorry.
Yeah, Laos is next to Cambodia.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Laos is
Lice.
also singular for lice.
Is it?
So a
Yeah.
li-
Oh my
one
God.
one lice is a louse.
You just
Yeah.
dropped some brain knowledge on me right there.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not know a louse was
Yeah, I was making a reference to crabs. You know what crabs are?
crabby.
And
Crabs.
not the crabs with
Oh, like
pinchers.
you mean like the sexy crabs?
Yeah, the ones that
What's the plural of crabs?
Crustaceans.
Cribe.
Cribe.
One crab,
Uh,
multiple cribe.
There's a cribe on my dick.
Oh
yeah,
shit, I
there's
got
crab
cribe.
on my dick.
What is the
Is it just
plural?
crabs?
Plural of crabs.
Yeah.
Crabs is plural.
Crabs is it's,
crabs.
crabs is
crabs is?
crabs is
That's what all these
with
crabs
apostrophe
is
there.
everywhere. It's crab and crabs, right?
Crab and crabs.
Crab.
End of story.
But like no,
crab.
because there's some weird fucking shit and like ravens or something. I'm pretty sure an animal like one raven and multiple like fucking
murder.
murder or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
a
what?
gaggle
Murder.
of ravens is called a murder.
Yeah, is that
Oh,
the
no,
same
Wait, what's a
thing?
a
gaggle?
gaggle's that's a group of sheep.
That's right.
Oh no,
What?
not
No,
sheep.
it's
A
not
goose, geese.
Goose
Yeah.
geese?
Gaggle of
It's
geese.
geese.
Ducks?
No, it's gooses.
Gaggle?
No, not geese. Wait, are
Wait,
most
it sounds like we're just saying random words. Gaggle?
Completely incoherent. People are driving like, am I having a fucking stroke? Like, what the hell is this shit?
I just realized. I just clicked like, what the
all right?
fuck?
Maybe we should
Get some
Maybe
structure.
we should get some structure.
All right, well, ask me a question. Ask me anything.
Favorite.
Please ask me what is a gaggle, because I just Googled it.
What
Okay,
is-
what's
what
gaggle?
is
It's a
gaggle?
flock of geese. You are absolutely correct. Ding,
Ah,
ding, 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 ding,
good.
ding, ding, ding.
What can I say?
Hey.
Even odd. Odds even what is what?
Oh my God, you need to
What
stop
the
right now.
fuck?
We're definitely having a stroke.
Also,
I'm
guys,
not having a good
on
day.
on topic, a gaggle is not only a flock of geese, but
Hmm?
and this is informal, according to Google,
Yeah.
a disorderly group of people. So
Really?
you
We're
could
a
say
gaggle.
We're a
We're
gaggle.
a gaggle. We're just gaggling
Stop
here.
gagging off
We're
over
gaggles, dude. We're gaggles.
Just having a bit of a gaggle here on the Misfits podcast.
Gaggle.
This one's an interesting one for sure. Swagger's
Yeah.
once again decided to stare
Yeah.
wide-eyed into
Dude,
space.
I am sleep deprived.
Swagger's been making videos
Yeah,
all
I
day.
have.
I can't
It's-
relate.
No, it's been pretty tough, and I'm just kind of out of it. But I'm here because
It's okay.
why not?
Hey, don't stress about it.
No, I'm
Stop
not.
grabbing that microphone so intensely. But don't stress.
Don't stress.
Do what you got to do.
Stop
But seriously, like,
stressing.
you look weird.
There we go. That's better. Boys, if you were to make a game show and you could make it anything you want, what would you make it?
First person to smack their head on the table.
Do it, Colin. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Bro, I definitely lost that game. I'm
yeah,
trash.
I
I'm gonna
lost,
replay
bro.
that
What
one.
the
I'm
fuck?
trash. Swagger's got a veil. He's like a medieval like
Bride.
Yeah.
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 Who wants
cool.
to Who wants to kiss?
Not me.
I'm all good.
It's fucking Pride. It's
It's
Pride
Pride
Month.
Month,
Come
turn up.
on.
I mean, yeah,
Thanks.
I'd love being, look, first to smack the.
That's a good ass game. I hope the listeners have played that. at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Not the one's driving though.
What's the
I don't know.
prize?
It would be funny though.
First person to turn into traffic wins.
No!
Oh shit! He did it! Look
Oh,
at damn,
shit.
Mad Lad.
Wow.
Oh, now the radio probably isn't working anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like Yeah, nah. I've been watching a lot of game shows recently.
Like what?
Deal or No Deal.
Oh, that's an old one. Wait, the American
Yeah.
one?
No, the Australian one.
Yeah, Deal or No Deal was one of those shows that was always on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, when Mama was making, you know, what she was making.
What was she making?
I'd rather not say.
Why?
I'd just rather not.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
It's a cool show. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a
not
good
bad.
one. Like, I don't know. I've never really been a game show guy. I remember watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That was okay. You know?
If you could go on any game show, what would it be?
What one would you be
Versus
the
Tiger
best
Head
at?
on the table.
Holy shit, this is a good question. What one, if you were to go on any game show, what one do you think you'd be the best at?
Pick a Pocket.
Pick a Pocket.
Which is a game show that we invented, or Ryan invented in America. I think we talked about that, right?
I think we might have. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Well, you know, Pick a Pocket is just a show where you have a person with a vest on with a bunch of pockets filled with weed, and you pick a pocket, and then you have to do the weed. And that's about
it's
it.
not always weed.
Well,
There's
sometimes
there's
it's
like one
heroin.
pocket with money. There's like a pocket with like a small edible.
Oh,
and
like
a
black
big
tar
one.
heroin. You don't want to get that one. That's
No, that's a rough one, because that's like a 6-year commitment.
yeah.
That's one that keeps on giving. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like 3 years to get fully into the stuff, and then 3 years to get off it. Yeah, and like the cycle of relapsing. It's a mission.
Horrific.
But honestly, like, great for weight loss, terrible for your social life. Absolutely awful.
Wait, what is?
Black tar heroin.
You could lose weight on heroin.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose if you just nodded out the entire day, you're not gonna eat.
You're not eating much. You get quite skinny, quite scabby, scaly even.
Oh,
Almost like reptilian looking.
Oh,
Excuse me.
that was fucking disgusting.
Really?
Nah,
Okay.
I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Can you do it again?
Pride Month.
I actually can't.
Can you make yourself burp?
No.
Can anybody?
I'm not gonna do it though, but I can. Yeah, he's already done it. He did it for me, so it's
Why?
fine. Yo, knuckle
Do
Do you
buster.
not make yourself burp?
Yeah, I can, but I'm not going to.
I don't.
Certainly,
I
half of us have already done it.
It's too like it's too
Statistically, you
tight.
guys are like the odd ones out.
Statistically, I'm not going to do it.
Come on, odds on.
I don't know where this
So
is going.
deal or no deal?
Yeah, deal or no deal.
Deal or
Anyways,
no deal?
I reckon I'd be good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all about luck, and I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah, you are pretty fucking
That's
lucky.
Pretty fucking
Yeah,
lucky.
you
I think we're all pretty lucky.
Yeah, we definitely
It's
are.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, like definitely, all things considered, could be worse off, I reckon.
yeah, 100%.
Like, I don't know. We could be like Jewish in the 1930s or something. Or, I don't know.
Pretty unlucky.
You could be a Mongolian.
I'm just really spitballing here. I'm just trying to come up with anything. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy, though, when you think about it. Of all the time periods to be born into, we're born into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we're born into probably one of the best years in, well, not 2020, but like sequence of years. The best generation
I agree.
of humanity. War at an all-time low because, coronavirus. No
And
one wants to get
depression
sick.
at an all-time high.
Depression at an
Let's go.
all-time high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's imagine being depressed, but like there's no like games or stuff to play, or what am I saying?
Yeah, they'd have to go out into nature or something.
Yeah,
and-
like-
and-
Well, I think
Everybody-
that's actually maybe why people weren't depressed back in the day.
True. Oh my god. Wait,
You
we're
know.
depressed because of our society and technology and stuff.
we
depressed
live
because
in
it's
a
too good.
fucking
Oh
society.
my goodness.
Yeah, we live in a society. That's
Holy
absolutely accurate.
shit.
And we have been
Wow.
for some time now.
If you could change one thing about society, what would it be? Starting with you, Jay.
Oh, about society, there's like a billion things, but I reckon.
You
this is
better say the
hard.
right fucking
Yeah,
thing.
dude, how the fuck?
That's a big
You
tall
can't
order.
just say one thing because I want
Yeah,
to
no,
say.
just one thing.
This is going to
you
affect
know?
your presidential campaign down the line.
Oh shit!
gonna
Nah,
come
I
back to
really want to
haunt
be
you
the
if you fuck
president,
this
dude.
up.
One thing, if I could change
Yeah.
in society, yeah, I reckon.
Yep.
What I reckon, at least, I
Cool.
reckon we just don't be racist.
Oh, that's a good one.
Racist.
Not
Yeah.
being racist. That's solid.
Shit.
Like actually racist. Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like jokes.
Yeah,
and
like jokes
harmless
that-
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
harmless stuff, but like actually racist.
No
I reckon
Yeah.
if that could just
Shit.
get rid. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
my free
Mm.
Taco Tuesday idea looks pretty pale in comparison.
Honestly, I'd vote for you. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, what?
No racism or free tacos on Tuesday. Fuck
like,
you, I'm
come
going with the
on.
tacos.
think, like, who's going to be racist when you got free tacos every Tuesday? Is the
Honest-
thing. It's
oh,
almost
yeah,
two birds with
really,
one stone.
yeah.
Shit.
Like
didn't
everyone's
think of
getting
that.
fed every Tuesday. You can stock up.
Mm.
Can you like have just one taco or multiple?
Oh, it's like every meal of the day. It's Taco Tuesday.
No way.
Every meal.
Yeah. You got breakfast tacos, put like eggs in there and shit.
That seems like a lot of
That's-
tacos. all of a
yeah, that
sudden.
seems almost like a dictatorship or a
Yeah.
communist society
That's
with
kinda
one
weird.
Oh, that was the
standard
other thing
food.
I'd change. Capitalism. Bring back communism.
Communism. That's interesting.
Mm.
So-
Communism is when the community works together to provide goods. I don't know
Wow.
why. Is that right?
Jay just like whips the definition out of nowhere. Like communism is when the community.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
a
don't
friend
know.
Well, communism is when the pay is equal, right?
Oh
I
no,
think-
that shouldn't be a thing.
We really are not qualified.
I
to
think
talk about
communism
that.
is when like the government owns everything.
The government owns everything and everyone is paid equally.
Okay.
Correct? Is that right?
How does
I
that
don't-
work?
I don't know about equal pay.
It doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
historically.
I'm pretty sure it's just like the government fucking owns everything, and you own nothing. You
No
have
one
no
would-
personal
what the
property. You have
fuck?
no money. You have no job. You have no life. You have no aspirations.
That's trash.
I don't
Yeah, why would
know.
you want to be like a doctor? You want to be a doctor to like save people, yeah, but like the pay's also
Mm,
good.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a good incentive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, who really needs stuff? Like, stuff kind of seems like it's causing all these problems in the first place.
Yeah, but
Mm,
stuff is kind of lit though. Like if you
yeah,
think
but
about it.
without capitalism, people can't go on their iPhone and go on Twitter and bitch about capitalism.
That's true.
True.
That's
oh my
true.
gosh.
Yeah, wearing their sweatshop clothing, you
Mm.
know, and everything else that they benefit from capitalism from. But with communism, like maybe everyone gets an iPhone.
Oh my gosh.
What if
No,
everyone just
everyone
gets
get
a
like a
BlackBerry or
Nokia.
some shit?
I miss Nokia,
Oprah's a communist.
or as we called them back in the real world, Nokia.
Nokia.
But
Nokia.
that's
Yeah,
what we called them
we
growing
call
up in New Zealand.
Yeah,
But
Nokia.
Is it actually pronounced Nokia?
Nokia.
It doesn't sound
Nokia.
Nokia. Like it's
Nokia.
a Japanese brand, right?
Yeah.
Korean.
Korean?
Whispering.
Guys, welcome back to the Ignorant Podcast.
I just don't know
We're
anything,
we're
man.
just so ignorant. Wow. But we're still part of the best generation, and it really shows, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Wasn't
we,
the best generation the one that fought World War II?
those
Me.
They
guys
were
did
literally
okay.
called. They were literally called the greatest generation.
Bro,
Yeah.
they were fucking sick though. Like,
yeah, they weren't too bad.
like if I'm being honest, like if there was like a water breakout and like cunts were just like, you have to go to war, I'd be like, nah.
Whoops! I broke my leg.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
no, like not. It kind of sounds like a dick thing to me of me to say, but a lot of people I think would be the same. They'd be like, nah. But back in the day, like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to go kill some cunts.
I don't think.
Back in the day, it was, oh, fuck yeah, I'll go to war. It sounds like an adventure.
Sounds like
Is
a
that
good
not
time.
what they thought?
I think it's actually what a lot of young
Yeah,
guys
They had no
thought.
video games.
mean,
they had to go
but-
outside and play
yeah.
that
It-
shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. At least in America, a lot of it was just fucking people in Iowa, people out in the middle of nowhere in Kansas and shit. And it's like, oh, you're getting drafted to go to war, you know. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like gonna have to go to boot camp and gonna have to maybe kill a Nazi or two, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
whatever. And then,
But-
oh shit, it's a world tour. I get to go around in
Yeah.
France. I get to give this French
Shit.
woman eggs, and then I get to fuck her and I have a mistress there. And then, oops, I'm invading Berlin. Hotties in Berlin. And you know,
Wow.
this is after the war. Like my
That's a wild story.
my grandpa told me some stories.
Dude, we
Said
need
it
to
just
get.
like that.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Hardies.
Hottie. Oh shit, I just killed someone, hotties.
It didn't matter at that point, did it?
Oh, no, he's
No.
already had sex with a woman in
Yeah.
Berlin. It's lit.
It was
Yeah.
Berlin or France and
Yeah.
Romania. And,
Yeah. Fuck,
too
I miss
bad.
those days.
It was too
Yeah.
bad.
No, but you can definitely see how back in the day before, because none of these people, none of these young men that were getting drafted would have known like the realities of war because they didn't have social media. They didn't see
Yeah.
it on the timeline.
Yeah, there was no live leak.
They've never seen a YouTube video before.
No.
True.
They've never seen fucking Phil DeFranco video, so they
They don't know what's going on.
what the hell they're gonna?
I have
They
no
have
idea
no
what's
knowledge.
going on.
Yeah.
What in the podcast?
Just in general.
Oh, in the world?
Yeah, that's
Mostly
pretty
the
evident. We
podcast.
don't know what we're talking about.
Mostly the podcast.
I'm talking about how back in the day, you know,
Mhm.
back in the Great War and the second one.
It wasn't that great.
No, it was kind of like
It was
the
kind of
lesser
shit. It was
good
kinda
war.
fucking
A
horrible.
little intense.
World War One was.
Archduke,
Yeah, little
Archduke
yikes.
Franz Ferdinand.
But like,
Man, dude, Franz Ferdinand was like, bruh, I'm just gonna get shot real quick.
And then that's World War
Bam.
One.
Balkan powder keg was like,
Fucking
bruh.
Jesus.
And
Yep.
then, yeah.
But getting drafted back in the day, I mean, it would really feel like, oh, this is an
Yeah.
opportunity to leave my fucking little place where I'm living, you know, and see the world and maybe, you know, do some cool stuff. It's my hero's journey. It's my opportunity to
Mm.
fucking do something cool. It literally like immediately assigns like everyone who gets drafted with like a purpose.
Purpose.
It's like, let's beat the bad
Yeah.
guys.
Yep.
Let's band together. Let's fight this war.
for our country.
And like you can
and
definitely
shit.
see how back in the day that would have been the vibe. It would
Yeah.
be like, yeah, we're keen until they get there and they're like, oh my god, this shit's kind of intense. Like
Yeah.
my friend's leg is blown off and
Yeah.
he's screaming, and I'm never gonna forget this.
In World War II, pretty crazy. It was weird because a lot of people that were drafted, of course, expected to die. So they gave a lot of new recruits, pretty much everybody, they were given a carton of Lucky Strike cigarettes. And I remember my grandpa saying that when he went to the boot camp, he got the Lucky Strikes. He's never smoked before. And he was like, well, I can get fucking killed by a mortar strike or whatever, so fuck it all. I might as well start smoking. And then, he carried that smoking habit well into like his 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
He had to quit cold turkey. He was a firefighter.
Really?
Ironically.
That's cool.
And he smoked.
Did he actually quit?
He quit. Yeah, he quit cold turkey.
Wow.
I think my dad told me he gained like 20, 30 pounds in a month.
That's crazy.
Because of the cravings.
Yeah.
You have the oral fixation. You just need something in your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, you can imagine when you're like you start smoking in such a stressful environment, and it probably like you teach yourself to like cope with stress of war by smoking these cigarettes.
Yeah, and once you're
Like-
gone, you're like, fuck, man.
Fucking back in the real world, like, you just have a stressful like fuck, I could go for a pack of Lucky Strikes.
lock your keys in the car and you
Like,
just
oh shit.
Yeah,
You know.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man. Fuck, that would have been so intense.
Yeah.
Now they just give soldiers jewels.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? I was like, okay, maybe it's like I will go.
Maybe I will go to war. Yeah, like
Nah.
just passing vapes in the trenches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just joints.
Yeah. Well, war now is like bound to be very different. I'm not like
Yeah,
know
it's just
anything
gonna-
about
I
it,
don't
really.
think-
It's gonna be fought with robots here, right?
Yeah, I reckon there's
Yeah.
not even going to be a need for soldiers because, like, what's the point? Like, we got nukes and shit. That's so scary to think about.
Yeah, or chemical warfare.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Or online, as like hacking and shit will be probably very very big as well. Already kind of is.
Why don't
Already
we
some
why don't we
dodgy
just
shit
why
happening.
don't we just cancel war?
oh shit. Why
Yeah,
don't we-
think
what if
about
no
that.
one
Why
just
am we
wants
not
to
just-
go and they do a draft? Can't everyone just say no on both sides?
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
I'm
what's the
pretty,
option?
There you go.
I'm pretty sure people get arrested if you deny the draft.
Really?
They can't arrest
What the
everyone, surely.
Yeah, no,
No, they
yeah,
probably
you'll
can.
get legitimately arrested, I think, or at least fined or something.
I
I,
mean,
I know there's a penalty if there's a draft and they go do it and you say no and you don't have a good reason. I think they either force you to or you get sentenced or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. This is the ignorant podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally everything we say we don't know anything about.
Especially right now.
yeah,
in my
we're just-
current,
Absolutely
in my
right
current
now.
state, I'm scatterbrained.
We're just kind of shooting the shit. But it's interesting because if you think about like, let's say America gets drafted tomorrow, and like everyone who's able to fight and go to war, like,
Yeah.
is expected to go to war. I just don't think it would happen. I think that's a serious like they would revolt. You know,
I agree.
I don't think that a majority of people, especially young people, people under 30, would be like, okay, let's
Yeah,
do it.
when is
I
the
just
last
don't see
time
that
they've even
happening.
done a draft?
I don't know.
Is it like
eh.
Vietnam or
Yeah.
some shit?
Maybe,
Vietnam.
probably
Vietnam was the last draft.
Yeah, like obviously I have no fucking idea, but probably.
That's so weird.
And
No,
I
and
just
you
couldn't
know-
see it happening. Like, can you imagine?
We know in
Yeah.
Vietnam, one of the things that they did for people that were either, people that had committed a crime, it was either go to jail and serve your sentence, or or
yeah.
serve in Vietnam for like 1 or 2 years. Do a tour.
Yeah.
Not a fun tour, but
Yeah.
it's a tour, and it's is it better than prison?
Depends on the prison.
Yeah, I guess so. And it depends on the obviously they didn't fucking let murderers and crazy people fucking
Why didn't they
get
let the
drafted.
murderers go fight and kill the other people?
I
Wasn't
don't know,
that be like the
'cause
best idea
I think
or
that's
some shit?
yeah. It's
Yeah, but
some
They got
sort
like the experience, that's like on their portfolio.
yeah,
I think
They
they
got the
just-
highest attack points out of everyone. Like,
yeah,
murderers.
they,
The KD's
they already
higher.
have the KD. Yeah.
Yeah, they're our most experienced fighters in a sense, other than
That's what I mean,
trained
go send them
soldiers.
off. Yeah.
fucking Korea has some. I like once again ignorance, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that Korea their mandatory shit is like crazy. They actually have to do mandatory war experience, not war experience.
what?
fucking-
Oh
For
yeah,
what?
who else has
They
to
have
do it?
to-
Switzerland and shit.
yeah,
like
like
that?
they
Yeah.
have mandatory. I don't know what it's called, like something training, maybe like
Oh,
war
it's
training,
like
and
basic
shit.
training, like
But it goes
like
for like 2 years.
Yeah,
and
it's
everyone.
yeah, no, that's in Switzerland and Israel.
Yeah, no matter what
Oh
you're.
yeah, I forgot Switzerland
Yeah.
has that.
Switzerland, Israel, yeah, all those motherfuckers got guns.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like
Interesting.
there's like streamers and shit, and like K-pop stars and all of
Yeah.
that. They were just like at the peak of their career, and all of a sudden, no,
That's what happened to Elvis.
Elvis.
Presley.
Didn't
Who's
he,
that?
didn't he die on the
I'm
shitter
joking.
though?
I'm joking.
Huh?
Didn't he just die on the shitter though?
He did. He didn't die in war, but at the height of his career, I think it was in the 50s, he was drafted for the Korean
Yeah,
War.
like what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then
Did he
because
His
The-
music
the-
really changed after that.
yeah, what I was taught in my history of rock and roll class in high school was that Elvis was at the height of his career, but he was too provocative, and the government didn't like it. So they were like, "Okay, yeah, you're gonna go overseas."
That's
and fight."
crazy.
And he returned 4 years later. And it was a slow start, but then the 70s kicked off, and he was alcoholic, and then shit banged.
Shit banged.
Yeah, shit banged hard.
That's crazy. It's like it'd be like when like in a game where you like kill a streamer. Like imagine you're like in real life, but you kill Elvis. Like the clout you'd have, it'd be like crazy. What the fuck? Like I was the one who killed Elvis. So I was like taking the L.
I bet that. Yeah, I bet that toilet would have mad clout.
Wait, the toilet? What?
No, he
What
died
the
of he
fuck?
died of a heart attack. The last thing
It's just a. It's a.
I think the last thing he ate was a peanut butter banana sandwich, 3 cookies,
How the fuck
and
did they know
ice
that?
cream.
I'm
They
writing this down so I
dissect
can eat
him
it later.
and like his shit too.
Yeah, I think they probably opened up his stomach, and then they
What
were
the
like,
fuck?
cookie, and then they had a little bit of a taste.
And then they died as well.
Yeah, because
Holy shit.
it was just too good.
It's too good. It was that.
too good.
It's that good. He just died. He was like, "Oh my god, this banana cookie is so good. I'm gonna die." Little did anyone know he was actually serious.
Literally
It was a
was
heart
gonna do
attack,
it.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, Elvis was pretty fucking heavy around that point. He really
Yeah.
let himself go.
How fucked is it that your heart can just suddenly start attacking you though?
Yeah, right?
That's pretty fucked.
Right,
yeah.
the one
He's
person you're supposed to
Raider.
trust the most,
Yeah.
beating away your whole life,
And then all of a sudden, fucking attack
sta-
mode.
starts beating too hard,
Hmm.
beats you down, and keeps beating you while you're down, and then you're dead.
Doesn't it just stop? Isn't that a heart attack? Is it stop beating?
I don't know.
Or
You
is
know
it like
what?
it's
I don't
there's
know.
a palpitation?
Oh,
don't know.
God. This is scary to talk about.
Hey, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're
No.
high,
No one is.
No.
and
No
you're
one is
really
anymore.
high,
No, don't do
your
it.
heart might
Don't
be
do
beating
it.
a little bit quickly right now.
Yeah, you
Just
should
try
definitely
not
check that out.
to focus on your heartbeat.
There we go.
It's going quick.
You're looking a little clammy.
It's going a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
You know, it's beating really.
I would
well,
be concerned.
Don't be too concerned. You could
Yeah.
scare yourself into a heart attack.
Sit
You don't want to
down.
do that.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
If this was me, I'd be so fucking petrified right now. Like, you can
no,
already tell.
no.
You're
It's
fine. We're just fucking around.
You're fine. You're
But
fine.
I keep an eye on it though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
maybe
we're
just a
saying.
little bit.
Just keep an eye on it. Yeah. Be safe out there,
Oh.
guys. What else is new?
Well, that was old. That was like
Yeah,
history.
it
That
was-
was,
it
that
was
was
pretty
like the
old,
worst history
yeah.
class ever.
Yeah, it was-
It's just like
Imagine how sick that would be, though. Like, imagine this is how history's taught. Because
what?
we had kind of factual information.
Not really. Like-
surely there's at least one guy out there listening to this in history class.
Yeah, surely. Like,
Probably
Yeah,
learning
it's-
more than
it's-
he did in the whole class.
It's
Yeah,
like
maybe.
it's like history up to interpretation.
yeah,
You know.
I reckon that's
Yeah.
pog.
Yeah.
There are good guys, and then there are just okay guys. The truth is, we've all got our respective baggage. Some of us just handle it better than others. After all, we're only human. The same goes for superheroes, like the Doom Patrol, for example. Not DC's most well-known or likable characters, sure, but do they have heart? Well, maybe. If you're not familiar with the squad, each suffered their own variation of a horrible accident, giving them superhuman abilities, standard stuff, but also left them horribly disfigured and scarred, not so standard. So, in order to save the world, they'll have to get their shit together first. Doom Patrol are 5 superhuman outcasts, joined together with the truly bizarre chance of becoming heroes. And starting June 25th, you can witness their attempt to grow the up, only on HBO Max. Stream the new season of DC's Doom Patrol on HBO Max June 25th. And head to hbomax.com/Doom Patrol to catch up on the story so far. Super meets strange. Welcome to the bizarre world of Doom Patrol. A new moment in wireless has begun. T-Mobile and Sprint are joining forces. Bringing together their 2 networks, T-Mobile will build America's largest and most reliable 5G network. With more towers, more engineers, more bandwidth, and more coverage, you'll not only get the best 5G network in America, you'll also get the best prices. Welcome to T-Mobile.
Yeah, I mean, history's always kind of up to interpretation, isn't it? You know, right?
Yeah,
Like,
everyone
who
has
are you
different-
trusting? Who was really there? Like, who are you getting this information from? It's just like archaic tweets. That's all it is. Just archaic tweets where some guy just saw something and wrote it down. You know,
Yep.
like this whole Jesus thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Who wrote the Bible?
I
God.
God
yeah,
wrote
it was
Oh,
God.
she's got
He
good
was-
handwriting.
yeah.
Imagine that.
He actually wrote in Times New Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that came
By
from.
hand.
Holy shit.
Imagine that, just actually just scribbling Times New
Comic
Roman.
Sans.
It's just like the sky opens up and it's just like a really, really long arm with a little hand and it's just right on the papyrus scroll.
Yeah. Like, it's like, who actually wrote the Bible, though, was a good question.
I think it was a dude.
Yeah, but like, which one?
I
Definitely
reckon
not a
Judas. Was it Judas? No, it wasn't Judas.
It was
Joey.
Oh,
There's a
Oh,
bunch of people.
yeah.
it
Probably was a
was
bunch
Michael
of people.
It was-
It's like
it was-
Matthew, Luke,
Yeah, some
John.
verses
Matt,
of all the
Luke,
people.
John, Phil.
It's basically just the biggest
Paul.
feature list ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody wrote a
Harry.
verse in the Bible.
Harry Styles.
Styles.
No way.
That's the biggest. The Bible is surely like the biggest collab of all time.
Mm.
They're dropping
Oh,
some mad
for
verses
sure.
Straight up.
Yeah, like Jesus and the 12 disciples. They were like the original.
That's such a good like
It
rap.
wasn't it-
line.
wasn't
Right
it-
there.
wasn't it
It's just
13?
it's
So
all
fucked up.
Wait, was it 12? Was it 12 or was it 13? I thought there was 13 apostles.
No, it's 12.
Is it 12 apostles?
Maybe like you're counting Judas. I don't know if he got excluded in the final count because he's
Yeah,
a fucking
he-
trading piece of shit.
Yo, what did he do?
What did he trade?
I was supposed
It's like
to say
he killed a guy or something, you know.
traitor.
Traitorous.
Yeah, he's traitors.
Uh,
Yeah, but I'm.
It's like a
retarded.
generous traitor.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Who split the sea?
Aye.
Noah?
Oh.
Noah's Ark?
No,
When
that
you
was
say that, I thought like the sea. Like
Yeah,
the letter
it-
C.
Like, I saw it in Bruce Almighty.
No,
and
that
he,
was
like,
That was
did it with the
Bruce.
suit.
that was
What was his name, though, the real one?
wasn't it Moses?
Moses.
Moses, dude.
yeah.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
hectic.
He's
like,
not a disciple though.
oh, he wasn't?
No, he's not. Yeah, he was just
Oh,
some
he was
old-
just like in Egypt.
Yeah, he was like
He's just some guy.
he was like, I hate you. Have some
holy shit.
locusts. And then they were like, no locusts. And like, fuck your firstborn. And they're like, no, we want our firstborn child. And they were like, frogs. Frogs, motherfucker.
Crazy frogs.
Damn, Moses, chill.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Like, dude, the locusts and the killing of her firstborns we could tolerate, but all these frogs, there's too many.
He had heaps of plagues, though, right?
Yeah, I think there was plenty of plagues
Fuck.
in the olden days.
Think
Dude.
about we've got some plagues.
Yeah, we got Corona.
We do.
We have more plagues than back then, and they were
Modern-day
complaining.
Yeah, what a bunch of pussies.
Straight
if
up.
only they knew how easy they had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the internet and all the stress and news. And that fake news
Fuck, we're
back
like
then.
this generation,
So
man.
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit. We really do have nothing to complain about.
We do
Imagine.
though. We do. We have so
Oh,
much.
okay,
we're
like
we're
what?
hyper aware
Slow
of everything.
Wi-Fi, dude. It
True,
sucks.
True. Fucking 5G.
5G?
Yeah, the human mind do be coddled these days, doesn't
A
it?
little bit.
Mm.
If we were dropped back in like it, fucking biblical
Oh,
times,
we would just be dead instantly, I reckon.
like we'd definitely be at least a
Yeah.
bit sunburned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be hot as fuck.
Mm. It would be toasty.
Yeah.
Or would we? Because they had a full ozone layer back then.
I wonder like how much better our default intelligence is than those guys. Like just born with it.
No, not born with.
True.
Everybody,
Or maybe
everybody.
it's Maybelline, but I don't
I
know.
mean, everyone has a potential for like
Greatness.
intellect, but the thing is, being born and not, if you were born in the fucking 1100s,
Yeah.
in the Dark Ages,
yeah,
you're being born into not knowing how to read,
yeah.
Yeah.
not
But-
having the passing down of information.
But like, do you think that the human capacity for like raw intelligence, not education, is different?
No.
Like now than it was then, or do you think it's been
No,
the same? for
I
ages?
think you can get a guy from 5,000 years ago, a fetus from 5,000 years ago, and raise it in today's society, and it'll fit in fine.
You reckon?
I
Yeah, you
interesting.
could
I wonder
probably
if
you could
that's true.
probably do it with probably do it. Yeah, you could probably go back like fucking 10,000, 20,000 years. I think we've been
Yeah.
anatomically equal to our ancestors
insane.
going that far back.
That's kind
I
of
think I
wild.
remember
So-
a book that was like the whole plot line was around that, going back in time and like bringing someone from them and like raising it in modern society.
That's a
That's
really
one with
interesting
Jack Black.
concept. I've never actually thought about that.
No
but
idea.
You're probably all right. Like, there probably hasn't really been that much like actual
No.
raw brain development.
Yeah,
since then.
it'd be like if you had I'd be interested in seeing like how a Neanderthal would go.
But
in
they're
today's
different though,
society.
right? Neanderthals were like,
Yeah, they're different. They're pretty different. They, you know how they sound?
oh, dude, that
Yeah,
video.
that fucking video.
It's like,
they,
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's like got a really kind of high pitched voice.
It's like they sound really, really high pitched. They have
Why?
because of the shape of their sternum, the shape of their throat,
yeah.
how they would articulate noise.
Hmm.
They sound really high pitched.
There's a video of some dude trying to like.
Yeah, trying
imitate
to
it. It's the
imitate it.
funniest
the
shit
fucking,
ever.
It was funny as hell.
Oh my goodness.
No, it was it was fucking
They'd get bullied, that's for sure.
yeah, that's for sure.
But
I mean,
like-
they got bullied into extinction.
That's fucked.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
Either we killed them or we bred them out.
Bread.
Yeah, lots of bread.
Lots of bread.
Bread is good.
Bread is good. Bread is good.
Yeah.
Bread is
Unless you're gluten intolerant, in which case
That's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad.
What is gluten intolerant? Like you get it, or is it like just a thing that you
It's a
are
genetic
born with?
trait.
Oh.
It's called
Oh.
celiac disease.
Imagine not being able to eat
Genetics.
bread or drink milk.
Oof.
Imagine.
Frick that, dude.
Yeah.
Frick that.
I'd rather be born in fucking
I'd rather be born in
Jesus
Neanderthal.
times, man.
Nah, Neanderthals were kind of hectic. Like they'd win sports, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Like,
man.
could you imagine like
Did they have
say,
like bigger
rugby or
muscles?
football?
No,
Were they like a bigger frame?
Nah, dude, Neanderthals wouldn't stand a chance against a human in physical fitness.
You're joking. Aren't
They
they like
might-
18 foot?
No, they might win They might win
pretty
like
sure.
maybe an arm wrestling competition, but they probably wouldn't be able to long distance sprint or even have a lot of endurance.
What about
It-
fucking boxing?
Boxing?
Because they got that big forehead lump.
Yeah.
would they be in the
right.
Special Olympics?
Oh my god, that's a good question.
Like, if you brought a Neanderthal into modern times and raised him from a child,
Holy
and like raised him
shit.
just like you would a regular kid,
I wonder what the
is this
mental
person like
capacity would have
actually,
been.
Yeah.
like, would they be technically retarded?
Would Neanderthals be
And
retarded?
is that kind of racist as well? Like, I don't know. Like,
Are they
what-
Well, that's
Holy
literally
shit.
racism because
Yeah.
humans don't have a race as
Yeah.
much as people like to think.
yeah.
But
You know,
they-
it's just like everybody's a human,
That would
you know,
be actual
genetically.
racism.
Yeah.
But like that would be
Yeah.
legitimate
God.
racism. That would be actual textbook
Yeah.
definition, actual
Holy shit.
racism.
Yeah.
Because it's a race of hominid, I guess.
yeah.
Or maybe it's is it speciesism? Because wouldn't it?
Yeah, what are
Because
they?
it would be a different species, but
Yeah.
technically it would be like another race of
I feel like it would be
of
classified
large
as a race.
hairless monkeys that just kind of chill.
Yeah. It's like our like, you know, not there's not people, but they kind of are sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
This
because
is like
they're
some
not.
dangerous grey water we're in right now.
What,
There's
are
some
we gonna get
dangerous-
Are we gonna get canceled for calling Neanderthals subhuman?
I guess.
don't
I don't
know.
know.
Like,
I don't
sorry.
know. These are dangerous times.
They are. There's a lot of Neanderthals on Twitter at the moment.
Fuck, you're absolutely
How many
right about that.
percentage Neanderthal are we?
Some
After all these millions of years of evolution.
some Europeans, I think, carry 3%.
Mason's at least
Yeah.
90%.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
He's
sorry.
bashed some
Sorry,
rocks together. Dude.
true. True.
Man, very interesting conversation.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like Neanderthals
Yeah.
are like
I
crazy.
think I think this podcast is really picking up with this monkey talk.
Oh, for sure. Every
Yeah.
time we start talking about monkeys, we just feel right at home.
Oh, dude.
Just go ahead and say it, because I know you're waiting to say it.
I'm getting a cat soon.
Nice.
wow, that's exactly
Yeah.
what
That's exciting.
That's
Getting
cool.
a fucking cat soon, dude.
It's like a kitten or a cat.
A kitten, my
Yeah, of
man.
course.
It's
Like,
fucking
you have to.
So how old
so
is it?
young. I think it's 8 weeks at the moment. I
Yeah.
have to wait until 12, so it's gonna get its nuts snipped, and then he's gonna, get completely vaccinated, all that shit. He's gonna have autism because of the vaccination, but that's okay.
What?
That's fine.
he already kind of looks like he has it.
Dude, he's so cute.
What kind of cat is
It's
it?
a
Like,
British short hair, but it's brown. It's a brown.
I don't know
It's a
breeds.
brown British short hair. It's like, yeah. What would be the best way to
It's like a
explain it?
cat.
It's
but
brown
like
and has short
brown.
hair.
Yeah, it's brown
Yeah,
and has
fair
short
enough.
hair.
Yeah.
It's British.
It's got
It
kind of
has-
derpy
sounds
eyes.
It's British. Has really
Got some
bad
fucked up
teeth.
teeth,
Yeah,
It's very
It-
derpy.
It makes
Bruv.
horrible. It makes horrible food. Had like a United Kingdom of like
shit.
it spanned like half the world.
In his
but then
teenage years, is he gonna like
Yeah.
come back
It
from
meows
late
with
at
a
night with like
British
pingas
accent.
and shit like that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weirdly
he's-
enthusiastic about soccer.
yeah,
Um,
every time I'll see him, he'll go, "Oh mate, it's Tuesday,
Oi,
isn't it?
mate.
It's,
Wait, bruv.
Oi,
Oi,
bruv.
bruv, is it Tuesday?"
Yeah.
You've got to
Yeah.
leave Bickies out for me.
sorry, UK listeners. That's not how you
Uh,
sound, except that it totally is. But
yeah.
What's like what's the meme in Britain at the moment?
I mean, they've been
same thing as
kinda
always.
quiet,
Just
right?
shit weather,
Yeah.
Shit food,
shit food.
shit dental plans.
Why are you going to go off on the British
Bruh.
people's teeth like that? Is that even a real thing anymore?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Matt's like, yeah.
well,
All
Matt-
British
Matt-
people
Matt-
have fucked up teeth.
I've never been to the UK.
No,
I
they
really
don't.
want to fucking go there though.
It would
I-
be cool.
I like that would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I wish we always like we had an opportunity to go.
Bro,
There's gonna be some event in the
frickin'
UK,
why travel's just non-existent.
Yeah, I mean,
Dead.
I mean,
Fuck
I
coronavirus.
miss travels,
dude,
Fuck it, right?
dude,
Like,
that's
fuck it.
that's
Fuck
a, that's a,
Corona.
that's an unpopular opinion. I'd keep that to yourself.
Really? Well, you're joking, right? Oh
Yes.
my god, everything's an unpopular opinion these
Yes,
days.
dude,
What's a
yes.
popular opinion? Can I start saying opinions and like?
Well, rate them
Race-
popular or
yeah,
not?
No,
raci-
just-
racism's bad.
Yeah, that's
Popular opinion, but
popular
it's
opinion.
agreeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Money
money.
is
I mean,
green in
Green.
America. That's popular
Green,
opinion.
it's just more of a fact, though.
Yeah.
It's not really an opinion.
Well, I mean, what if they're
Mm.
colorblind?
What if the colorblind?
What's that, sorry?
What if they're colorblind?
Yeah, you
I thought you
discriminating.
said Columbine. I was like, oh my God, it's a weird thing
Jeez,
to
what the
bring
fuck?
up.
Columbine. Columbine.
Unpopular opinion. Right?
What?
Columbine, unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I would say pretty unpopular.
Yeah, very unpopular.
in my opinion.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, like not
Yeah.
the best thing that have happened.
I just want to make sure I'm not saying. Oh god, I've said so much fuck shit. I can already tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
this
is like
podcast is a train wreck. We're just
Yeah.
literally spewing out like a half-conscious stream of consciousness.
I just don't know anything.
yeah, it's because all you do is play Fortnite and World of
Yeah,
Warcraft.
that's my existence. Like,
Yeah,
dude.
but it's cool to say stuff.
I feel like I
You
used to
know.
know a bunch of stuff back in my prime.
Yeah.
my Optimus
When was
Prime.
your prime?
like 5 to 10?
Yeah, I knew some stuff then too. Like, what's the times tables?
Yeah, like how to fit the circle into the hole, like the circle shape.
Oh,
know?
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, like
Could never figure it out.
Yeah,
That was a bitch.
the key is getting it in the circle, not the square. Although it will fit in the square, but it doesn't look quite right
Yeah.
because the edges are still
I always like
there's
try
still
to
gap.
force
Yep.
it in there, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, never force it in there.
Yeah.
Unless you have consent.
Yeah, in which case hot. Sorry.
damn babe,
so-
you're hot like a square peg in a round hole.
So deal or no deal.
Deal or no
Yeah.
deal?
Deal or no
right?
deal? I would say deal.
Okay.
Deal.
Okay.
Cool. Well, shake on it. A pleasure doing business with you.
All right, we're just gonna be like this the rest of the
Are we?
podcast, okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right.
It's not awkward.
And for the audio
all.
listeners,
We're shaking
I'm,
hands.
Well,
Uh,
It's not
we're
even
shaking,
shaking,
we're
we're
just
I was
just
holding
sitting
it.
there
holding hands
awkwardly.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Who's stronger?
tight ones, I guess.
What is happening? The
We're
helmet.
gonna break the set for sure. I
Dude.
think that if we just sealed business transactions without a shake, we just ditch the shake and just go
Do
for more of a
this.
handhold
Wait,
situation.
what if we just? Here we go.
just like a? Oh, that's kind of weird.
Hand touch.
So now, audio listeners, what we're doing is we're just kind of like palming. We're
It's
just
This
palming.
feels
limp
nice.
shake.
This feels good.
It does
You
feel
have
kinda
big
good.
hands.
What if you do one of these?
Oh, that you're turning me
Oh,
on.
I'm like-
no
you're
way.
arousing
I'm
me.
like fiddling with this little like arm vein right now.
Yeah, here. You know that trick where you
Ew.
like
Oh, what the
you pop it out
Oh yeah.
and then someone
Bro,
pinches
look
it.
at that. That's wild.
Yeah, pinch it, pinch
Okay.
it.
I don't want to
vascular.
do that. It feels weird.
So it feels horrible.
Here's one for the folks at home. So what you do is you kind of do like a disabled Spider-Man thing. So you put down like
what?
your middle finger. You just like put it down to your palm, and you go to shake someone's hand. So like shake my hand, and you just
No, it hurts.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't hurt. It will just feel weird. I promise.
I remember this.
No, it doesn't hurt. No.
no,
You just shake my hand
I don't
normally,
think-
and I'll just do one of these. And then you just don't tell them,
Oh.
and it just feels like you've got an uncomfortable lump on your palm, and they're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck? This guy's got a weird ass hand." Reality, you're just kind of fucking with him. He's got your
I
little finger.
remember one where like you shake the hand like that, and then someone presses down on it and
Oh, yeah.
fucking hurts the tendon.
Oh yeah.
Shit, dude.
Damn. But you learned that
Okay,
one. Fucking
okay. Worst.
Guantanamo Bay. Sorry. Go.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
What is Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah.
Is that the prison on the
Yeah,
middle of the ocean?
where's prison to go to? Was
What?
going to be my question.
Really? No way.
Is
That was
that the
Yeah.
actually
worst?
going to be
It's
your
pretty
Yeah.
up there.
What do you mean it's not
What
the
about
worst?
the space prison we thought of? Surely
Yeah,
that's
space prison
worse.
sounds pretty bad too.
No, I would rather space prison 100% over Guantanamo Bay.
don't
No, thank you.
know.
I don't want to.
Azkaban.
Look,
But
can we
you
at
could
least
try
go
to
check him out in person?
Oh,
As-
hmm.
Okay. Best. Well, you did it for him. What? Like you?
What?
You answered it. I was gonna like
I see. Okay, try again.
best.
Black.
A new moment in wireless has begun. T-Mobile and Sprint are joining forces. Bringing together their two networks, T-Mobile will build America's largest and most reliable 5G network. With more towers, more engineers, more bandwidth, and more coverage, you'll not only get the best 5G network in America, you'll also get the best prices. Welcome to T-Mobile.
What?
There we go.
What is happening?
What
What?
was
Best,
the question?
best type of tea.
Oh.
Yeah, black
Yeah.
tea. Very,
Wait,
very
I'm
good.
confused by the game. What's the
What?
game? What are we playing here?
He said worse, and you automatically answered the question without knowing what it
Oh.
actually is.
Oh, so
I
like,
said-
I say best, and you say something, and
Yeah.
then we
Yeah,
talk about the
yeah.
context
Yeah,
afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matt, best.
Gamer subs.
Fucking product I've ever drank in my life.
Drink some right now.
Gamersubs.gg, code Misfits.
It is
For
delicious.
10% off. It's keeping me going for the last week. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for
It's true.
Gamersubs.
You're kind of shaky.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be
It's
live.
not a side effect unless you drink as much as Cracker has, which is not a healthy amount.
It's not. I had 5 cups. It's just a lot of caffeine, but
Quality is
everything is
great.
healthy in moderation, including crack.
That is actually accurate, though. As long as you can get away with the moderation thing. That's not good, but it's like you could do crack once.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
you could do Gamersubs around the clock.
That's right.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you
I
can.
mean, but you can if you
That's
want.
what I've been doing.
If you want to work hard, if you want to make some money, maybe do some
Yeah.
gamer subs around the clock. Think about it.
It's good. Good shit.
Gamersubs. I would pour the powder on the floor and lick it up like a fucking dog. If that was the only way I could consume Gamersubs. If that
It's
was
that good?
if that was like if someone put a gun to my head and said you can only drink Gamersubs if we pour it on the floor and you lick it off like a fucking dog, like a piece of shit,
Wow.
like a disgusting
Oh. Well, yeah,
fucking
what if-
animal.
What if you'd have
Yeah.
to do the
I'd
one?
do it.
He'd do
100%. I'd do it happily.
He'd
I'd
do
do it.
it.
I'd
Would
do it
you
with a
do-
smile on my face.
Would you do the one from like the movie Limitless where he had to get like the last bit out of the dude's bloodstream that was dead? Like the dude was on the floor, it was in his blood. You had to suck it up the blood.
So what you're asking me is what I default to vampirism?
Yeah.
If that was
Yeah,
my
if that was
only
like the
method.
last gamer subs on Earth,
Dude,
would you do
I
that?
watched the entire Twilight Saga on Netflix, and I would say 100%. If that's what it took for me to be even remotely comparable to Edward Cullen,
Yeah.
Edward
in a
Cullen.
heartbeat.
Edward Cullen.
Because like some
Oscar
vitamin
P.
and minerals too.
It's
you get
Edward
iron,
Cullen,
all that
right?
shit.
It's
Yeah.
Edward. Yeah, it's Edward, right?
Yeah, Robert
Colonoscopy.
Pattinson.
Edward colonoscopy.
You know, Robert Patterson is the new Batman.
Whoa!
What?
That's gonna be sick,
He's
though. I
gonna be
reckon.
so hot. I mean,
He's actually a good
gonna be
actor.
such a good actor.
He's actually a very good actor.
Yeah, he was in Harry Potter. I didn't know that shit.
He
I
was in
didn't
Harry
know
Potter.
What?
I mean, he
It
wasn't
was in
like.
Harry. It was in the fourth.
Cedric Diggory, dude.
Cedric Didgeridoo.
But his acting wasn't that good in that. But he was in this film called Good Times.
Yeah, I
which is
haven't
by
seen it.
A21. It's a really good film. It's
Yeah, it was
like
good
a,
time.
a darker movie, and I was like very impressed with his performance in that. So I'm keen to see
Yeah,
him
hopefully
play
he's
Batman.
better than Ben Affleck.
Who?
The
Matt
guy,
Damon.
the guy with the really shitty fucking Phoenix tattoo on his back.
Oh, I want you to say so.
Yeah, that fucking loser. I'm
Wait.
sorry, Ben. If you want to come on the podcast and talk about
Could you
how cool your
imagine?
tattoo is, please.
Wait, I actually had no idea about this. I just said that. For
You didn't
comedic
know
effect.
Ben Affleck has a giant Phoenix tattoo on his
No,
back?
I had no idea. How old is he now?
He's
48.
fucking too old to have
I'm
a
gonna guess
giant
48.
Phoenix tattoo on his back.
When did he get it? And
I
why would
don't
he get
know.
it?
He said he got it for a movie, but I think it was a lie.
Because the movie never came out.
No, just because he was
Oh,
too
yeah, I
embarrassed.
see it.
How
Okay.
old
Yeah,
is
what do you think?
Oh, that's trash, dude.
Yeah, let me have another
maybe
look.
pull one up on the screen
It
now.
should be one of him at the beach.
Yeah.
walking.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's like a
Jesus,
fucking-
dude.
Oh, that's colored and everything.
I mean, it's not
Jesus.
the. I mean, it's like it's bad. It's like awful. Like, it's disgusting. But like like it's terrible. You know?
Yeah. It looks like he should be in the UFC.
But at the same time, like God, that's the worst. You know.
Dude, thank God for makeup artists
Oh, yeah,
in the
dude.
industry.
It
But
almost,
could you imagine
I
having
would be
to cover that up?
I would be so mad.
I'd
I'd
be
be like, dude, I don't
pissed.
have enough contour for this shit.
I have to look at this also every day.
I gotta go through a fucking pound of fucking foundation to cover up this tragedy
This
that you
fucking
scribed on
terrible-
your back. I'm so sorry.
Scribed on
I'm
your
so
back.
sorry, Ben Affleck.
It looks like it kind of wraps down to the ass as well, because it goes beneath the shorts there.
Feather on his ass.
Benny, my friend.
Benny Hanna.
Does it? Never mind.
Did I tell you guys when we were in LA? I actually met fucking what's his name?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
What?
The
Mark
famous,
Wahlberg.
the famous Marky Mark.
Yeah,
No
he was
way.
at Louis Vuitton.
He was my favorite rapper.
I
back
like
in
to
the
say
day.
I met him, but what it actually I really did, I was looking in the general vicinity. I saw him. We made eye contact, and I was like,
And he went, "You're McCreamy.
"Yeah,
You're my favorite Fortnite YouTuber."
legit." And I was like, "Oh my god, wait, is that Mark? Is that M Dog right there?" And we like shook hands, like because we know each other pretty well, like we're
Bro.
pretty like crazy friends
Yeah,
and stuff.
you went to Wahlburgers and
Yeah,
and
and
said,
shouted me like a
Yeah.
burger and stuff, and I said, "Oh yeah, it's average." But anyways, yeah, that was like, and then I go outside, and then I see some paparazzi, right? And I'm like, "Oh shit, dude, paparazzi for Mark Wahlberg. That was it for me."
What?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
TMZ.
Absolutely
You
insane.
gotta love Mark of the Wahlberg variety. Am I right?
Dude,
One of the
Mar-
best Marks out there.
he's probably
Absolutely.
one of my favorite Marks. He's
100%.
he definitely tops Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Zuckerberg's kind of like a handful.
and Cuban. And
Mark
Cuban.
Cuban. He is rich as.
He is, but he's not as cool as Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg is the man, dude. Yeah, no, we just made awkward eye contact, and then I just walked out being like, "Oh."
You should have done a
You
little
didn't
kissy.
even buy
You
anything?
should have done a little kissy facing.
How was he looking? Was he looking jacked?
Jacked as fuck.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
I looked it up, and he was like, he was in prime shape for a movie that was about to come out, and I think he was shopping there for a premiere that night.
Man, I wish I did a
Pretty
movie
cool.
so I could get in prime shape.
Yeah. How much? I don't know what I'm saying, but like, I would fucking get in shape for $1 million.
Wow, that's very generous of you. Wow.
Not
Take
for,
me at least three.
not for my own personal health
That's
or
right.
to help my self-confidence.
Fuck that.
Oh.
Fuck
Yeah,
that, dude.
I want money.
Money only.
Money is the only thing that drives you.
That's the only thing that
It's the
drives
only way
Mark
we can get him on the
Wahlberg.
shows. Just like, all right,
dude.
we'll pay him again.
I'm telling you, no way I'd be on the show if I wasn't getting paid. I'm joking. I
He
don't.
doesn't even get paid.
We don't even get
None of
paid.
us received a single cent for this show. Or
But-
have we?
Or have we? That's the conspiracy for
Yeah.
today's question. Answer in the comments below. Are we getting paid for this?
Well, I've just checked the answers and they're fucking wrong.
Yep, 100%.
They're fucking absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
So good one, guys.
Have you guys met any celebrities? Just random question.
Have I met a celebrity? Does me and
Well, not
Malcolm
like
count?
not
I
met,
mean,
but like I mean, yeah, like it could be like
guess.
my sort of thing. Like if you've seen a celebrity, like oh shit.
I don't know if because like I'm not around in LA a lot. I mean, you guys fucking met Steve-O. You like would you do like the whole phase shit? Like you met a lot of fucking people just through auxiliary because
Yeah,
LA is the
legit.
hub.
They're just
There's
all
not a
there.
lot of people that live here. I guess people that I know. Maybe there's some Australia media personality that I've never fucking heard of who I've seen on the street and just didn't make a connection.
Yeah, I don't think I've really met anyone that famous. Like
Didn't you see
mainstream
someone at a
celebrities.
gym?
No, it wasn't anyone famous.
No.
It was like a YouTuber. who I
Was it
will not
YouTube?
name.
I thought it was I thought it was someone who actually had like was part of Auntie Donna or something.
Yeah, but that's like YouTubers, not like celebrities.
Auntie Donna isn't like a.
They're like, I guess technically.
Is
like
Auntie
comedians
Donna
now.
a YouTube only thing? Or
No, it's
I
not
thought,
YouTube
I thought it was
only.
a show.
No, like what happened is I saw Broden from Auntie Donna, who's like an Australian. They started out on YouTube. They're like Australian sketch
Oh.
comics. They now have like a show, I think, or something.
They were on YouTube. I thought.
Yeah.
Didn't they make shit in the 90s?
No, well, I don't think so. I don't really know much about them, but you know,
I have no
I
idea.
literally only saw like him for a few seconds at the gym. That's like literally the end of the story.
Dude,
so.
that's so cool. Did you get an autograph?
no.
Shit, dude.
Oh, dude, if you were to,
Yeah, hit your Joel. Hit it. He's thinking.
So I was doing
Oh, that was you doing the effect. Because I was looking at Swearing the whole time, thinking like, how is he making that noise? That's so weird.
we did it. We did it. That's exactly
You
what we were.
convinced me.
We were setting
Exactly.
that up for you. We were setting that up for you.
Swearing hitting his Jewel.
Get
Yeah.
freaking pranked.
Wow.
Okay.
You're like, you were saying?
What was I saying?
You're saying
Well, I don't think even you know what you were saying.
No, I really don't. Can
Guys,
we
we're
move
on the drive over here. We were talking about our favorite games as kids, like nostalgic ass games that we used to play. I still can't remember that one.
no, dude.
It was this game I was trying to think of with Jay, and I was like, oh, I bet I'll remember in the middle of the podcast what it was called, but I still have no idea. But
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom on the GameCube.
that's it.
Oh
That's
shit.
the one. Yeah,
It's
SpongeBob
getting
Bikini.
remastered.
No
I'm gonna
way.
stream the fuck
For
out
the
of
game
it.
box.
For the game Sphere.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Spherical.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
No way.
dude. It's the next big thing after the Switch.
Is SpongeBob still getting made?
I hope
I'm
not.
pretty sure, dude.
I'm
I
pretty
was
sure it
watching so
is.
much SpongeBob recently.
Have you seen season 10 and season 10 plus SpongeBob? It's fucking like an acid trip of a
Yeah.
goddamn cartoon. It is the craziest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. It is not like the original like seasons that were pog as fuck with
Good writing.
like good writing and lessons and like actual humor. Now it's just like nothing makes sense. It's like the entire show.
I mean, I guess they have to kind
is-
of appeal to that Zoomer audience.
Well,
now.
yeah, now they have to appeal to the kids that are looking at fucking dank memes of
Yeah.
like deep fried audio.
It's like,
Yeah.
what's up, Patrick? it's like deep fried all the time and shit. Just like,
It's season 15. Hey, Patrick.
They need to bring back like YouTube. They need to bring back like the YouTube poop edits.
Yeah,
That's,
just pretty much just
SpongeBob
fucking
season 11.
re-upload season 1.
they're all just like
what's up,
doing, that's like the
Yeah, just do the wall.
SpongeBob died. His mouth gets hurt.
they were like Instagram filters on them and shit. fuck, that'd be hectic.
They're
That's
just
actually a
on
good
their-
as idea
just-
for a show.
Just on their iPhones doing fucking TikToks.
Oh my god, I want
Yeah.
a new iCarly, but it's like instead of them doing their cute little web show, it's like just like TikTokers.
Yeah, they're like TikTokers and they're
Yeah.
getting groomed by older people.
They're getting groomed by Dan Schneider.
They're going to. Hey, everyone get in a group house. You don't need your parents' permission. Just come here. It's
Come on.
fine. I'm, you know.
Bunch of 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
fucking hell,
So,
dude.
hey, this contract will last for 3 years. How old are you? 18?
Yeah,
No, you're 15, 16, 17, 18. 3 years, 3-year contract. Yeah. Yeah,
Fucking
easy.
hell, dude.
Yeah, no, dude. TikTok houses make me fucking go like, ooh, what the fuck is going on? Imagine being 15 years old and having
Doesn't make
15
sense.
million followers.
It's crazy, and those a lot of those like teens are on shows now, like these weird like kid shows on YouTube. They're like fucking like teen dramas. It's
Yeah,
like
I-
teen medical dramas.
Yeah, I
like-
saw one that was like there was a bunch of TikTok stars, except
Yeah.
they were like in the ER.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
think
thinking
I've
of.
seen that.
And
And
so
it was-
there's this one kid on that show whose acting is just so bad. Like it
Yeah.
just sounds like he's just talking like in a monotone voice, like, "No, don't do that." Like, it's like it's the worst.
It's
shit.
you know it's
So funny.
it's like a kind of show where all the serious parts are funny.
Yeah.
And all the funny parts are cringe.
Trash.
But like
but-
you know, these things have always been around. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
well,
you think
know.
of Degrassi. Did you watch Degrassi growing up?
Fuck no.
Uh,
No, she was
no.
boring.
That
I
was
watched
with-
cartoons.
I kind of got invested for
That
a
was
little
with
bit.
Crippled Drake, right?
Yeah, Cripple
Yeah,
Drake, which is
Cripple Drake.
in my opinion best Drake. But
Honestly.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't want to stir up a fuss. But
I wish you would go out on stage with a wheelchair and just bring that.
Hey,
bring
I'm
that look
Crippled
back.
Drake.
Crippled Drake.
Crippled Drake.
Cripple Ray,
Cripple Drake.
turn me into a cripple. Broke my legs.
Yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, sorry. I don't know. These things will always exist. You know, we're just becoming the next generation, rambling about the younger generation.
Yeah,
but it's
dude.
definitely worse than it used to be. Yeah, it's definitely worse.
I battle with. I have like an internal battle every day. Like, do I just push TikTok aside and say, nah, not my thing. Let the kids have it, or do I adapt and do I
No,
overcome?
fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck it. It's
I don't
actually
know.
Step
it's.
to that level.
I don't even browse it.
Do I hit the whoa and claw
yeah,
my
so-
hair and bite my lip like
it's a hard.
all the other middle schoolers, or
Mm.
do I just
I don't know.
keep on?
I ignore it.
Yeah,
I
I
pretend
don't
it doesn't exist.
That
I
chick
haven't
has-
opened the app in ages, and I feel better.
Yeah, I uninstalled it honestly.
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of fucking funny shit on TikTok.
It is funny,
There's a
dude.
lot
All,
of
but all
fucking
my
funny
stuff is
shit
just
on
like
TikTok.
it's just brain dead. Like, oh,
Yeah,
it's fucked.
I love it.
I think there's definitely some funny shit on TikTok, but it's not worth it. Is my thing.
I don't know.
Because all you're doing, you have to sift through like millions of teenagers seeking validation to get to anything like it's actually like vaguely comedic. You know?
Dude.
Anyway, there's a good chance we cut that out, but that was funny. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Yeah, just bring it up again. Why don't you?
Yeah,
just
it's
fucking
just-
bring it up again.
I just want to make Blue's job harder.
Yeah.
Blue, zoom into my face.
Wow. Oh, that was you again doing the sound
Yeah,
effect.
dude, it was me
Fuck,
again.
It's
It
actually
wasn't
so
the camera.
realistic as well.
Yeah.
So realistic. I thought that was just coming from an audio
Nah,
file.
no, it was me the whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, we might have to end the show, guys. We are actually in some kind of funny, funky mood here.
Yeah,
Little-
I've just gone insane. I think.
yeah, Swagger Souls is sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I'm also gapping and geeking.
I'm
2 hours of sleep, my
retarded.
friend. 2 hours.
Yeah, Matt's calm.
Oh no, I'm just tired.
Matt's
Oh.
come.
As always.
Matt's come.
Matt's calm. Previously on Matt's calm. Oh, where's the egg? No. Okay, that's the end of the show, guys.
Oh, we're in a sewer. What happened?
Wow, that was an awesome episode.
That was actually a fever dream, but hopefully
Yeah.
you guys enjoyed.
Look,
Hopefully it
guys,
makes a better sense.
the next episode.
Who knows? Who knows?
Next week.
Join us next week for the
Oh.
decline.
My fucking YouTube's figurine. Don't
Yeah.
forget about this.
Don't.
This little fuck.
Buy one.
Please.
Purchase one
You
using
need
your
to.
coins.
June 28th, my YouTube's and Toby YouTube's drop.
Yeah.
This is my final one. This is the last one I'm doing.
You can hear the defeat in his voice.
It's going away, present.
Oh my goodness.
Buy the YouTubes. Gamer Subs is a great product.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
you can listen to this on Spotify early.
24 hours.
Where
Oh my gosh, welcome to the All Girls Offline TV podcast featuring Leslie. Leslie, how you doing?
Hi, Lily. It's so good to be here.
Oh my god.
Really?
Your makeup
I'm
looks
gonna yak.
so fly right now. Oh my god, let's get on to the main topic we have today. What's your favorite Starbucks drink?
2 minutes in, I already
We
wanna
could
die.
share those. Ice latte. Actually, I'm super simple now. I used to have to be super complicated. I had,
Okay,
like,
what was it before when it was complex?
I had iced coffee, light ice, oat milk or whatever, some fancy milk, and I do 1 pump raspberry, 1 pump vanilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
not as bad as I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it'd
not
be.
terrible. Yeah, it wasn't like half sugar or anything like that.
That sounds amazing. What about you, Pokey?
What about me?
Your favorite Starbucks drink? Girl, I
no,
know you like
no,
that matcha
no.
latte.
I guess the matcha latte with sometimes almond milk.
You like everything on the menu.
Okay, come on, dude. Come on. You there's got to be variety. Okay?
Oh my god, Yvonne, imagine someday you're like rich and successful and so you can just own an entire Starbucks drink. Like you just own the whole thing.
You know-
wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be the dream. If I could have my own Starbucks in my house, can you imagine?
Oh,
That'd be
God.
the
That
best
sounds like your
thing
private
ever.
barista.
Yeah. The closest thing I've had to that is that when we travel and we go to hotels and the Starbucks are
Downstairs
in
lobby.
downstairs in
The
the
one
lobby.
in the ones in Vegas.
Yes. So those are like that's the closest thing. That feels great. So
It's nice to know that our definition of success can be anything from, being
What's your
rich
favorite drink, Lily?
I actually really like pink drink.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
good.
good too.
I think that's a really good recommendation for people too.
Yeah, it's just so fruity and refreshing. You can't really go wrong with pink drink. What are we supposed to be talking about? Like,
Girls.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
us. We are female.
Question.
Yes.
First time on the podcast, what are the rules?
okay, well, first we don't talk about religion. We don't know brand names whatsoever. Don't
No
curse.
politics.
No politics.
oh shit.
Okay.
We can't curse?
Cursing?
Fuck that.
Okay,
Just
there are
kidding,
no
you can
rules.
bleep
I don't
it, you
even
can
know
I'm
what
bleep
joking.
to call
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I like that.
We're joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. You can talk whatever you want.
There's actually no rules.
Oh, cool.
You can just say whatever the fuck.
Fuck. Oh,
So, oh my gosh. So we're all girls. We're all female of the female gender.
yes.
So let's talk about what girls do.
What do we do?
Let's talk about boys.
Oh,
All right.
I bet you
Let's
the boys talked about the girls.
exactly.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, what do you think about guys?
Guys in general or the boys?
Do you want to talk about the boys?
Did they talk about the girls or girls?
Both?
Both.
Okay.
Which do we hit first?
Watch this podcast. What did they say about me?
I'm ready. Dang.
We can
Okay.
do it at the end too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we won't talk about them too much. We can talk about boys in general. Then.
Boys in general.
What would people want to know about like girls? Friendships, boys.
Oh, I bet what they're wondering is how to get out of the friend zone.
Oh, that's
I
true.
know
That's a really good
I
one.
want to know.
Yeah.
And my number one tip is don't ever talk about the friend zone.
Oh,
If
that's
the guy's
true.
ever like, oh, like I feel like I'm in the friend zone with you, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
true. Don't really. I think like usually how a guy gets out of the friend zone is they've just literally just been a friend for so long, and then like something happens. Like there's like an event
A
or
shift.
maybe like a shift. Yeah, something that you guys maybe
shift
get
in the
closer, start
paradigm.
hanging out more, whatever it is. But there's usually something that might change, but it's not usually because they have like I guess that intention.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally.
Yeah, I agree.
Like allow her to see you in different lights
Yeah.
because one of those may trigger further interest.
Has that happened to you? Like a specific guy got out of a friend zone with you guys?
Like, I'm trying to think.
yeah, once.
I feel like the better the better things with guys typically start off as just friends.
Yeah.
Because I also think it kind of adds to the chase. Every single time that a guy has been like I instantly knew he wanted to date, not like he wanted to get to know me or just be friends.
Turn off.
I feel like, it just puts so much pressure on it. And it's like, we're going on a date. We're not just like hanging out and getting to know each other.
Yes.
And I feel so bad saying this, but sometimes it's like really obvious.
Yeah.
When a guy like it feels like they think they know me, so they already know they want to date me. But I know they don't actually know me because we haven't hung out much. You know what I mean?
Oh, strong words.
This guy told me he liked me, and I said, "No, you don't. You don't even know me." And that's it. I just laughed.
That is
But I still feel that way, but I wouldn't say it like that, you know? I just wouldn't say anything.
I feel like the best relationships come from like ones that like naturally just form from friendships.
Yeah.
Because you know it's cute. Like you know, they
You
feel
have
same way.
the mutual respect already.
Yeah.
Like you already respect each other as friends, sort of. So like when you get together, you wouldn't
Have a good
really-
baseline.
Exactly. You have like a strong foundation.
I'm one who thinks that like the pressure of going out on a date with someone they don't know is like terrifying.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's like it's not like I'm so excited for this date. It's just like I'm terrified because I don't know this guy. I'm supposed to dress up a certain way.
It almost feels like a performance.
Yeah, performance.
Yeah.
I get food anxiety. Like you eat while I talk, and then as soon as you're done eating, talk. I overthink everything.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
In
No,
the
I-
past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lily's memeing.
Yeah.
Oh, but it is.
I
Scary.
feel like your experience with dating apps is pretty funny, though.
Dude, yes.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, it was long ago when I was a youngin'. I had Tinder.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the guy was like, "Hey, you know, you're really cool. I want to get to know you." I'm like, "Yeah, but just to be clear, like, I don't want to like go on dates or anything. I just want to get to know people first." He's like, "That's fine with me. Do you want to get coffee next Friday to get to know each other?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm good with that." And then he says, "All right, then that's a date." I'm like, "I just said it wasn't a date, right?" So
Cringing.
it was really confusing, and I had to tell him like it's not a date. And he's like, "Well, I don't think I can go out with you if you don't think it's a date." And I'm like, "Okay."
Ew.
You want to test the waters first. Like, if
Yeah.
you're even
I feel like
compatible
if you're
with
really
people.
interested in someone, you wouldn't care what it's labeled. Like,
Right.
oh, we're getting to know each
But
other.
he wanted to specifically label it a date, so like I understood that this is a date. So I'm like, I don't want to go anymore. So I never
bad,
met him.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his loss. So
True.
boys, don't be like that.
No.
And any Tinder experiences for you guys?
Tinder was. I've tried signing on to dating apps, but Tinder was the one that I never touched, just because I always kind of felt like everybody says it's for like hooking up or for very specific things, and I was like,
Yeah, I learned that later. There was one guy who was really cute, right? And he said he liked anime in his profile. I'm like, you like anime? We talk about Attack on Titan. And I'm like, he's like, you wanna watch anime sometime? I'm like, yeah. He's like, come over to my place and watch anime with me. Like, this is the first
anime
time.
and chill.
And I'm like, no, I think I won't. He's like, oh, I live here. You're not that far away. You want me to come?
Oh my god. He's down.
I'm like,
He's
I
already
just,
down.
I'm like, I just want to talk about anime.
No, when they're too down.
I think
you need to
Tinder
turn off.
is definitely mostly just hookups. I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some good
I
ones.
think we all
I
just
hear.
want to find meaningful connections, like naturally, but it's hard.
I'm curious if you guys relate to this.
Okay.
I feel like because I grew up on the internet and meeting people on the internet a lot, I always prefer getting to know someone via text. Like, for a while. Yeah. And also, I feel like it's kind of rare for someone to be like, let's just hang out. And like, there's no real pressure.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy just like remotely talking to someone for like at least a couple weeks.
It's like a
And
long
then
tease
meeting in
almost,
purpose.
you know?
Yeah.
Like
the-
you're like flirting, and then you meet up, and it's just like really cute.
I
the
like
chase
that
is
too. The
enjoyable in my
butterflies
opinion.
when
Yeah.
you get a text from them.
Yeah.
I think I've just been a bad responder my whole life. So if it's anything romantic, like I fizzle it out. Like I accidentally do it because I'm like overthinking so hard about that Snapchat he sent me in the morning that I'm like, oh, I gotta respond to that. Oh, but what would I say? Oh, okay. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Oh, but it has to be more clever than that. And then like 3 meals pass. It's like 9 p.m. and he's like, hey, like you there? And I'm like, oh, and then I end up sending like the worst thing ever. Like, oh, yo, Tim, I'm here. Yeah. So I don't know. Like for me, I have to. It's a balance. I have to text a little bit, see them in person, text a little bit, see them in person. You know?
I actually think it's especially interesting because in this day and age, it almost feels like people have to be compatible in person and over the internet. You know what I
How
mean?
people talk through text is so important. If you sound passive aggressive or anything like that over text, like you can't date them too.
Like I
right?
think the way you are is fine, but then you'd probably find someone who like meshes with that. If someone is like needs you to text all the time or like respond in a certain way, then it doesn't work. Even if like you enjoy each other's company in person.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think like the way I get close to people now is through I talk to a lot of my friends through Discord. Discord's kind of like my
Well,
text.
you have to. None of us really see you in real life anymore when you're in the room all day. It's really hard. I don't know how else we're supposed to reply to you. Like, what the hell?
How's this a flame session?
Discord or Cacao Yvonne.
But something that I've realized recently is I bond with people super easily over League. Again, and that was like one of my favorite ways to make friendships. Like, I've only like there's a period of time where I stopped doing that, and then I kind of like started doing that again and realized how much it means to me. And like, there are friends that I knew from the scene that I was never friends with them or I was never really close or good friends with them until I started playing League with them. So then that's when I was like, oh, I never talked to you before, even though I knew you. And we had mutual friends the whole time, but like...
You also met Sean through League, right?
Yeah, I did.
That's cute.
Really?
How?
They were solo queuing together.
There is no
Yeah, no, they met through solo queue.
In silver.
In
silver.
It's adorable, though.
Yeah.
A random game.
Wow.
Like, you were never
Random.
queued into that game.
You would have never met Sean, right?
Yeah, I would have never
Or if he
met
fed his
otherwise.
ass off that game, you wouldn't have like been interested in adding him afterwards.
Yeah,
you know?
he was silver, but he was like apparently challenger equivalent in Han. So obviously it like translated over a bit. So he was better than like the average silver player, obviously. So then I added him after.
Wow.
Girls only want one thing.
They just want Elo. That's cute.
Silver, so cute. Yeah.